Assalamualaikum, Sir Shazali and my fellow classmate. For MAF 651 Seminar in Management Accounting, we Group 3 will be presenting about Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP. But before that, let us introduce ourselves. Our first member is Sara Adriana, next is Sara Batrisyia, followed by Nurul Syahirah, and our fourth and fifth member is Nurnasuha and Nur Hidayah. We have 10 contents in our video. Without further ado, let's go! Our first content is, what is ERP?
Assalamualaikum and hello. My name is Nurnasuha and I will explain regarding the definition of ERP. So, what is ERP? ERP is a type of software that organizations use to manage day-to-day business activities. ERP system ties together a multitude of business processes and enable the flow of data between them. In addition, a complete ERP suite includes enterprise performance management software that helps plan, budget, predict, and report on the organization's final results.
Our second content is history of ERP.
As years goes by, we can see how much technology and system evolve and how it helps businesses to improve their production. The system here includes ERP. What is ERP? Before we learn more about ERP, let's go back to the very beginning of the history of ERP. Once upon a time, there was an engineer named Ford Whitman Harris. He developed a system called Economic Order Quantity or EOQ. EOQ is a paper-based manufacturing system for production scheduling. This was when the ERP evolution took place. In 1964, toolmaker Black & Decker adopted the first Material Requirements Planning or MRP solution that combined EOQ with a maintenance computer. Next, in the 1970s until 1980s, computer technology evolved and the concept software handled the business activities outside of manufacturing, including finance, human resources data, and customer relationship management or CRM. Further, in the year 1983, MRP tool was developed and featured modules and integrated core manufacturing components and integrated manufacturing tasks into a component shared data system. In the 1990s to 2000s, Gartner Group coined the term ERP to differentiate from MRP-only systems. ERP system expanded to encompass business intelligence while handling other functions such as sales force automation, marketing automation, and e-commerce. Next, in 2000 until 2005, cloud-based ERP software solution arrived when ERP software makers created internet-enabled products providing an alternative to traditional on-premise client-server models. As the years goes by, today we are able to see the evolution of the ERP such as Software as a Service SaaS and Anything as a Service XaaS. This software offers new delivery models for ERP. Remote web-based access for cloud ERP solutions, provide mobile solutions, security and integration with the changing industries and smart technologies, including integrations with the Internet of Things, Internet of Everything, and even social media to provide comprehensive solutions for every industry.
Thank you, Hidayah. Now I'm Sara Batrisyia. I will continue the presentation. I'll be presenting the types of ERP. There are 3 basic types of ERP system, each with their own deployment, available for a company to choose, and they are on-premise ERP software, cloud-based ERP software, and hybrid ERP software. So let's begin with the first one, on-premise ERP software. On-premise ERP software is installed and maintained in a real office space within a company. which mean at their own location or at a location under their control. This ERP is hosted on the firm's own computer and server for complete management and maintenance and ownership of the system after it is established. Do note that on-premise ERP software isn't connected to the internet and can't be used outside or other than in the physical office, but it can be utilized on a variety of mobile and handheld devices within the company premises. Example of on-premise ERP software are Microsoft Dynamics 365 and the brand Acumatica on-premise ERP software. Next is cloud-based ERP software. It is a web-based solution also known as Software as a Service, SaaS. Now, different from on-premise ERP software, cloud-based allows a company to access and save data from any devices with an internet connection, typically through the purchase of subscription. This type of ERP software that are hosted can be utilized and managed outside or off-site in the cloud. The software provider will provide ongoing support, upgrades, trainings, and flexible of customization, meaning that the user of cloud ERP will enjoy continual and seamless software updates which are already included in their recurring subscription. So, example of cloud-based ERP software are TYA Suite and SAP ERP. Moving on to the last type of ERP, which is a hybrid ERP software. The reason for it to be called a hybrid ERP software is because the software is a mixture of cloud-based and on-premise ERP system. The provider of this software offers different combination of hosting and deployment services. This model can give ERP user the freedom to choose between delivery models or integrate features that aren't available in their current installation to meet their or the company needs. One commonly heard terms to know when talking about a hybrid ERP software is two-tier ERP. So, what is the two-tier ERP? It is when company keeps its on-premise ERP system for a corporate function but adopt cloud-based ERP system to support some or all of its business unit. See there, here is a mixture or combination of two types of ERP. The example of hybrid ERP software are Epicor and Infor. Other than these two, the software previously mentioned such as Acumatica and SAP ERP also provide both types of ERP for their customer. Our fifth content is components of ERP. There is 5 components of ERP, which is the human resource management, supply chain management, inventory management, customer relationship management, and finance and accounting. The first one is HR management. And HR management will allow you to manage all the HR needs, including things like payroll and tracking employee time card. Managing your employees is typically priority number 1. The HR ERP in your software solution should handle the employee management tasks such as onboarding, offboarding, timekeeping, and benefit the administrations. For example, using ERP software with an integrated accounting system and human resources let you send automatic payment to employee bank account more easily. The second component is supply chain management. ERP supply chain management will allow you to manage all your supplier and your vendors' relationships in a system that is synced with all your projects and your inventories. Creating an effective supply chain is never easy, especially when you don't have the best tool to oversee your operations. Therefore, ensuring that your ERP have the ideal supply chain management components is crucial for the company to stay competitive in the industry. For example, supply chain management will allow you to control everything from one place. You will improve relationship with your vendors, streamline purchasing processes, as well as ensure that you always have the right materials on hand. Your supply chain management application should optimize distributions and manufacturing processes to create a more efficient supply chain by collecting a real-time data. The third component is inventory management. Inventory management will let you keep tracks all your inventory needs, control the cost, and restock based on the actual demands.
all in a simplified and fully integrated system. Inventory management system main features include order fulfillment and maintaining a warehouse stocking functions.
For example, ERP inventory management software let you keep tabs on your inventory down to the series number. For every item in your inventory, you will always know how many are reserved for a job, how many are available, how many are currently in production, and how many are in order to avoid production interruptions and eliminate supply material shortage.
The third component is finance and accounting. ERP system give you a full features, multi-company and multi-currency accounting and financial management systems that are easy to use and in sync with the rest of your business. Because every business process involves money flow, either paying your employees or paying to ship goods. Thus, these tools works with every ERP systems component.
For example, real-time data and fully customizable dashboard allow you to easily manage all of your accounting and financial management operation from one place. Accounting tools analyze and track financial data, including account receivable, account payable, budgets, and costs. Financial data analysis can reveal trend in your spending, helping you better understand calculated profit and discover when you can reduce your costs. You can also obtain prediction to project future revenue. The last one is customer relationship management. Is an essential tool for the sales process for custom manufacturer. This tool stores and track generated customer and lead data, which helping you to develop a helpful insight for sales and marketing improvement. For example, CRM are used for tracking customer buying habit. With this information, you can see which product are lack of sales and the best time frame for upselling. Having more information about your customers can help you communicate more regularly and effectively with them, which will lead to a stronger relationship. This data reduce redundancy and customer irritation for more successful profits. Our sixth content is the pros of ERP. There are 4 pros of ERP: boost profitability, reduce waste time, leverage manpower on different projects, and streamlines workflows. The first benefit is boost profitability. ERP can help grow revenue in many ways. For example, it can be used to measure profitability of sales contract based on the estimated level of effort and resources. ERP also used as a forecasting. It can help develop a valuable insight for future activities. The second benefit is reduce the waste time. Thanks to automations, with ERP, company can reduce the amount of time company spends on any projects. Moreover, for example, in financial management, with all the financial in a single database, accounting staff won't spend hours cross-referring, re-entering, reconciling the data manually, and will have more time to focus on delivering critical reports and other vital tasks. The third benefit is leverage manpower on different projects. The automation of business process will also help free up employees' time to work on the high priority tasks, which leading to a productivity surge. For example, in inventory management, ERP are very beneficial to manufacturer and a company with distribution center because it assists in profitability and functionality of inventory process. An integrated solutions could update or upgrade our company website to say that an item is out of stock to avoid making an order for unavailable item. The fourth benefit is streamlined workflows. The all-in-one solution of ERP is helpful because it is a hub for data and process across a business. These centralizations make it easier for employees across the different departments to work together. They can also better understand different teams, workflow, and objective. For example, in inventory management, one of the main benefits for ERP solution is that it automates routine workflows to reduce human error and time, such as data entry, general ledger balancing, and more.
Now we know about the pros of ERP, but how about the cons of ERP?
There is 3 cons of ERP, which is the first one, cost of installations and ERP software is high. The second one, complex data conversion, and the third one, require through trainings. The first cons is cost of installation of ERP software is high. third-party software which is add-in, which include other costs as well, such as implementation costs and maintaining costs. The second cons of ERP is complex data conversions. This is because by developing a solid data conversion strategy can be very difficult, whereby the company have to define, examine and analyze data sources. Moreover, bad data conversion will cause delays and increase costs for the company. The last cons of ERP is required through trainings. Trainings are needed to cover all the ERP system features. The ERP training sessions need to be in line with business processes. Each user need to be trained for the technical aspect of the ERP systems. Furthermore, the company needs to send employees for initial and continuous training to give and polish their skills in using the ERP.
Our seventh content is factors need to be considered before adopting ERP.
Setting up a budget before using the most integrated ERP system should be carefully studied. You have to completely understand on how the ERP system will help your company with the best ERP software pricing scheme. Here are some things to consider before adopting an ERP. The first one is number of users of ERP. Number of users involved on how many employees will have access to the system. The more users that to have access, the more money that the company will spend to the ERP implementation. But there is a ERP vendor that offer unlimited user feature for their ERP system that could help your company to have more users to access the system. Second one is ERP training to the user. Even though the ERP system is to make the company run efficiently, the employee need to be training to use the system. The budgeting also needs to be considered and also included in the cost of training. The more employee need to be training, the more money the company needs to be spent later on. The third one is effect with current processes. Before implementing ERP, company needs to consider on how system will affect the current business processes. The current processes will need to change in order to adjust with the new system. The business will need to be willing at all levels to adapt its culture and processes to new way rather than struggling to adapt the system to match the old system. Lastly is system scalability. The company needs to make sure that the system can grow along with the company. So it is important to understand your business actual needs. Does the system support your distribution line or e-commercial later on? Does the system could help your company compete with other competitors and in the global market? If the company is unable, the system is not suitable for the business.
Our eighth content is what are the stages in implementing ERP?
Next is ERP implementation stage. There are 6 stages for ERP implementation. To achieve a successful deployment, the company must first establish its requirement, then find out on how to restructure producers to take use of the system, set up the ERP system to support those processes and truly test it before releasing it to the user. To complete all of those procedures on time, proper planning and an organizer stages implementation method are required. The first method of stages is discover and planning. This stage includes researching and selecting a system, setting up a project team, and defining detailed system requirement. The project team will be in charge of a wide range of responsibility during the implementation, including laying out the project plan and deadlines, ensuring enough resources are provided, making product and design choices, and day-to-day project management. The second stage is design. This stage that detailed requirement and an understanding of current workflow to develop a detailed design for the new ERP system. It involves designing new, more efficient workflow and other business processes that take advantage of the system. Users should be involved in the design process because they have the knowledge of current business processes and also ensure that they will accept the new system and use it to its maximum potential. The third stage is development. After design requirement, the development phase may be started. This involves figuring and customizing the software to support the redesigning processes. The team also need to develop training materials to help users adjust to the new system and plan which data need to import in this phase, avoiding a blanket transfer of all previous data, most of which is unlikely to be useful. The fourth stage is testing. It involves the processing testing of the function of the system and fine-tune development to address any problem that emerges. The project team must test specific modules and features, develop, fix, or adjust based on the result. The fifth stage is deployment, the phase where system could be used after completing configuration, data import and testing. The team should be ready for problem since there will be a lot of moving parts and some confused employees. The last stage is support. During this phase, the project team may still be in charge of the ERP system, but its focus will change to listening to user feedback and making adjustments to the system as needed. As new features are introduced to the system, extra deployment and setup may be required, and new employees will also require system training.
Our non-content is, of course, there are challenges in adopting ERP, and what are they?
Next, we proceed with the challenges in implementing the ERP software. ERP software serve a lot of benefits to the company. However, there are challenges that we have to face in implementing ERP in the business. The first challenge is the integration process. When implementing ERP, the company needs to work out which of the existing processes and systems would benefit from the ERP integration and which one will disturb the workflow of the business. This is difficult, especially for companies that have many different competing divisions. Without an ERP, companies waste valuable time pulling together fragmented data from different spreadsheets and sources. By integrating your current system and work process with an ERP, you can ensure that there will always be one source of all data within your organization. The second challenge is inadequate flexibility. If an ERP system isn't adequately flexible, your company may have to adapt its processes to suit the ERP for it to work. This may seem a little backwards, and at the time and resources it would take to reorganize your business and retrain your understandably reluctant team would not seem worth it. However, by choosing the right software for your specific requirements, you will ensure that your integration is seamless and thereby eliminate the lack of flexibility. Next challenge is the maintenance cost. All ERP system needs regular maintenance, which come with associated maintenance costs. An ERP system might seem cheap to start with, but if you don't factor in the maintenance costs attached to it before implementation, you can end up with overwhelmingly large sums to pay. This will be difficult, especially for small businesses, because of the high cost. Last but not least is the resistance to change. Despite the clear benefits of ERP solutions, people just really don't like change, and replacing such an integral system will inevitably lead to resistance and delays from your team. This is worse if your team doesn't fully understand the importance of implementing your ERP. Always take your time to properly train your staff before implementing your new software. Focus on why the new ERP will make their daily tasks easier rather than more complicated.
Our 10th content is, let's see what are the companies that adopt ERP.
Next, I will explain regarding the companies that adopt ERP system. Some of the examples of company that adopted ERP is one of the biggest multinational technology company, Apple. ERP system help Apple to uncover impactful trends and also provides the company with extensive business insights. Another example of company that adopted ERP system is the multinational e-commerce company, Amazon. Amazon has stated that the scalability and flexibility of ERP system has helped them to meet the company's needs in the current and foreseeable future. Besides that, ERP also provides Amazon with a competent audit trail by tracking the life cycle of each transaction, including adherence that required approval workflows, which leads to a strong data security.
Last but not least, we close our presentation with a conclusions.
Therefore, in conclusion, ERP is an easiest way to increase the productivity and improves the quality. The implementation of ERP system improves the firm's performance, eliminates inefficient manual processes, provides integrated common tools, and its processes also helps to reduce the cost. Through the computerization includes improvement in logistics, production, scheduling, customer service, and customer responsiveness. Furthermore, if a clear understanding of the model is formulated before attempting ERP, then the implementation process will be more effective and use fewer resources. That's all from us. Thank you for listening.